Thanks for tuning in to That's Effing Weird. We ask you all to submit your stories and you did not disappoint. The story is coming from Reddit user DinoMike02. Or it starts like this. This has been going on for a while. Strange shit. It started happening while I'm trying to sleep. Getting worse and worse as the months went by. It got pretty bad at 3 months in. Every night, my bed would randomly shift, and my foot would feel like it's being crushed, as if something decided to take a seat on my bed and just watch me. I've heard whispers throughout the room, but only one being ever whispering at a time, and sniffing as if the entity has a large pet dog. At the time, I thought it might have been a Great Dane. I always feel like I'm being watched. My room is in the basement, and in this house, in the basement, the only thing that ever makes sound in the middle of the night are the pipes and the vents. There should be no reason for the washer changing setting, which can only be done by dials. Or something smacking the water heater loud enough for me to hear clear ting. Or even random shit falling over or off the shelves. I've lived in this room for 3 years now, and this has only started a year or so ago. 3 months in, I experienced something terrifying. I suffer from paranoia, so these past months, I just chalked it up to me being paranoid. Until one morning. At about 10 a.m., I got out of bed, got dressed, and after I got up the stairs to get breakfast, I heard a clear, adult female voice from a few feet away say, "Yay, he is awake." It couldn't have been my mom because she was at her business, and she's the only woman living in our house. Fuck that. No, I wasn't hallucinating. I never have before, and I was wide awake by the time I left my room. Just like always. My family thinks I'm crazy and haven't heard or seen anything. Clearly she likes me. Why else would she be excited about me being awake? So, she's not really a threat. At that moment, at least. I was terrified. I was too scared to try to get rid of her or even talk to her. I didn't want to make her mad. I share a room with power tools, saws, and shit. She could kill me. I noticed she's most active at night. That one time at 10 a.m. was the only incident during the day. For a short while, at least. I asked Reddit for some help when this happened 9 months ago. I was told to check to make sure we weren't experiencing carbon monoxide poisoning. And, lucky me, I wasn't. But that means what I heard was real. Fast forward a month, and I have another encounter with this woman. I've been sleeping in the game room since hearing her voice. In hindsight, not the best option, since it's right next to the basement, but the only option I've got. This is one of those weird houses that when you enter, you can either go upstairs or downstairs. But the game room isn't fully underground, more like halfway, while the basement is fully underground. This is the room where me and my brothers play video games together. I thought I'd be safe since this is also the room our pups, 3 huskies, 4 years old at the time, sleep in. One day, about 8 months ago, I got up off the futon at 6:30 a.m. this time to turn on the lights. This is a much more normal time for me to get up, and I guess this is why she was excited that I was finally awake last time. The game room is L-shaped, with the futons, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch in the short segment of the L. The light switch is next to the sliding glass door in the corner of the L, and the PC is down the long arm of the L, with my room at the end of the long arm of the L, and the PC between my room and the stairs. As I reach the corner of the L, I see something in the corner of my eye. I turn, hoping whatever it is will be gone when I turn my full attention to it. Nope. I see a woman sitting in this chair of the PC. Long, brown, wavy hair, reaching just past her shoulders. Caucasian, glowing blue eyes. Her body is somewhat see-through, which is why I could see her eyes despite her not looking at me. She's wearing jeans with a plain sky blue t-shirt. She's at least 5'10", so she's taller than me, who is 5'7". She looked like she starved to death, or maybe her face looks skeleton-y because she's dead and that's how her real body is now. I don't know. She then reaches and turns on the fucking monitor. And it isn't one of those touchscreen ones. It uses an actual button to turn on. Both the PC and the monitor do this. I ran back to the fucking futon and hid under the my blankets, and that's all I could do. I wasn't running towards her to go to the stairs. She didn't see me, at least I don't think she did. She was fixated on the monitor. I'm terrified at this point. I don't know what to do. I want to talk to her and ask her why she's here, what she wants, and eventually ask her to leave. But I'm too scared to. I go to Reddit again to see what I could do. Foolproof ways to get rid of her, but nothing is a guarantee, and I don't have a spirit box. I'm stumped. I just keep going on with life. She's friendly, so I don't really think I have to worry. Until 2 months ago. I didn't last in the game room long before my parents made me go back to my actual room. Everything was fine for a while. No severe encounters, just the same stuff happening since the beginning. Then, one night, I'm trying to go to sleep, but I can't. Wide awake due to the fact that I took a nap earlier. Then, suddenly, I'm overwhelmed by something. It was massive. Remember that sniffing and how I thought it was a dog? I was wrong. I feel this thing's aura on mine. It was massive. It felt like a goddamn grizzly bear was laying on top of me. But instead of crushing me, it felt like it was crushing my soul. And it was angry. It felt like nothing but hatred, anger, and malice. I froze with fear and instantly started sweating. I wasn't paralyzed. I was able to move my fingers and was just too scared to move. It went away after laying on me for probably only a minute, but it felt like an eternity. I got no sleep that night. And that's what's happened so far. I'm too scared to do anything about them. To make matters worse, I live across the street from a cemetery. So it's only a matter of time before more ghosts show up. I'm so scared. What am I supposed to do? My family doesn't believe in ghosts, so they wouldn't be of some help. Thank you for that submission. That's a terrifying story. I honestly wouldn't know what to do if I was in that situation. The best thing I could say is just to pray for the best. I don't think it helps that you're across from a cemetery of all things. Best guess is maybe, just maybe, the cemetery was moved past the building of that site where you're at now, but I don't know. Hopefully nothing worse than what's already happened happens, moving forward. But thanks again for that submission. I do hope that you find some peace in this. If you all have any stories you would like to share, or any kind of experiences, it doesn't even have to be paranormal, any cryptid encounters or paranormal phenomenon, even strange coincidences. Maybe you had a dream about something and then the next day it happened, or anything unusual, just send it in. We're on all social media platforms, so you can DM us, leave a comment, whatever. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, stay strange.